Hello, air signs. Welcome to your 2019 August psychic forecast. This is for all air signs, sun, moon, or rising. If your sun, moon, or rising sign is air, then this is for you. This is also for anyone who's been intuitively guided to click on this video and just press play. You don't know why you're here. There's a message for you, okay? Everyone just feel into the messages, and if you feel it, that it's for you, it's for you. Not every message is going to resonate with every single person who views, but I want to say it's a small group who is still viewing these messages, and I make the intention to connect with the souls, what the souls who are viewing need to hear. Okay, so I'm connecting now. So I want to tell you, air signs, I feel that I'm dealing with a lot with your security, family, okay? Relationship, okay. Everything's coming up this month, basically, but I want to say it really is about my root chakra and my security, like my groundedness. It's difficult, actually, for air signs to have that groundedness some of the time. So I feel that you're being called to have that, to connect more to earth, or be more down to earth, or bring yourself into this present moment, because there's a lot of time where you can lift off into space, and you can be very good at checking out and being in your own head and being with your thoughts and your imagination, which is a really beautiful place to be. But there's it's almost like if you go there too often, you're going to miss some things that are here for you. So I am looking for some balance this month, more balance, and doing some physical activity. So I feel a lot of you are working on your health, and you're working out. And you've been going to the gym, and you've been swimming, and you've been carrying more than you have been in the past for physical activity. And I have to say that those of you who aren't doing yoga but have been thinking about trying to do yoga, try it again. Because I want to say again, you've tried it and it was too hard, or you didn't have the right teacher, or whatever it was. Try it again, because there's something to that brings you into the body. But with yoga, it's very beautiful practice for you, because you're also having an out-of-body experience towards the end when you go into Shavasana. So your whole body is relaxing, and this happens as well. And I feel like this is something why you are enjoying working out your body a little bit, and why you've been called to work out your body a little, because you have to tire out your body in order to really attain what your imagination wants to go to. Okay, so you're being called into your body in order to have maybe a higher thought experience than you'd have been having. It's something like that, where it's that paradox, and that the way that it all works together, and how you're all one. And in the past, you would neglect the body a little bit more, and maybe even intellectually, trust more intellect than feeling, that kind of thing. But you're being asked to feel and connect to the body, and also connect to others. When you're in conversations, try to be more present, okay, with others. And I want to say with your partner. Try to be more present with your partner and those family members. So asking the follow-up questions, and trying to be there, because what happens is you could easily go off track of what they're saying and go into your imagination in your own world. So anything can kind of set you off into that space. And with practice and with your exercise, you're getting You're going to get better at being able to control that a little bit more. You have to know that what you're wanting, what you're going after, is also greeting you and meeting you halfway. There's certain things, like certain habits that you've had to change, and you know you have to change in order to get there. So this, again, is your sign. Just make those changes, because it's not happening unless you get halfway there on your own, right? So Spirit is coming to meet you, but you have to like push forward, get that openness, and invite Spirit to help you, because you have free will. And you can be very stubborn. It's an interesting situation, because I don't know, but I'm getting that. I'm getting a very stubborn way of being. Like, this is the way I like to do things, and this is the way I'm going to do them. You're being asked to kind of open that up a little bit more, because, again, that's going to help you in your relationships. Okay. But it's also going to reach you in your goal. Okay. And then for some of you, when I'm talking about these like out of, this thought stuff and all of this out of body, I'm going to say, I'm talking to people who here are having out of body experience. And I have to tell you that, we leave our bodies, or our soul is kind of freer from the body when we sleep. It's the little death every night. Death and rebirth. That happens every 24 hours for us. So you're going into soul space, but some of you are remembering it now. And it's really amazing stuff, because those of you who are like flying over water, and I see you flying over the city. Like, I see that you're having these dreams of like floating or flying over things recently. Like, and I'm going to say, like a bird, or someone's having dreams of owls. Okay, so when you have the dreams of the birds, or you feel like you're flying over things, and you wake up, it's actually kind of like this metaphor, but it's also a memory. And it's your soul's way of communicating to you that you are out of the body when you are having these dreams. Okay. You're in soul space is a better way to put it for you. Okay, so you're having that, let's say, subconscious experience, but it's your conscious brain is remembering that experience now and taking it more seriously. So please do write down your dreams and try to work with your dreams and interpret your dreams to the best of your ability, because your soul knows where you're at. Your soul knows you have a friend who knows this about dreams, or that you know that water is a symbol for spirituality. So your soul is working with you in symbols that you understand, even if you don't think you get it. When you read into it, like when you see a priest, let's say, and you're having a conversation with a priest, when you wake up, you say, oh, that's weird, I had a conversation with a priest in my dream. But when you read into it, go into what priest means to you. And that's how you're deciphering your dreams. But some of you really have had near-death experience who are viewing this, or you're interested in near-death experiences because there's some answers there about what happens when we pass over. So you're being very much encouraged to go with that, okay? When you're finding your answers for yourself, and these are big questions, but also I would say, like, even when you're finding out about, like, your, let's say, your next step in your job, you have to trust yourself. Because there is this part of you that will overthink things, okay, and overwork projects. So I really have to tell you, trust. Trust in yourself. Go with your gut. And I want to tell you, go with your first gut instinct, okay? Because you have this tendency where you can like think yourself into a beautiful space, but when you get to the end, it's like you don't even know where you started and what you're talking about anymore. Okay? So go with your first inclination, whether it be for your job, your marriage, and those answers that you're seeking about these thoughts or this out-of-body feelings. Go with those. Go with that first inclination. Like, I feel like when you woke up, you're like, I feel like I was visiting, my sister or someone who lives far away from me. Go with that initial feeling. And then, follow up with them. Call them. See if they also were thinking of you. See if they call you that next day. Play a game with yourself about the connections that are showing up in your life, because you're having air signs, you're very connected with spirit, and spirit is easily whispering messages into your ear, whether it be your guides or the source energy. You can obtain it. It's just whether or not you know that's me or that's source or that's my guide. So trust yourself. Trust in those thoughts that come in. Feel into them. Does that sound like me, or does that sound like somebody else and something else? And one way that you always know that it's source or it's an angel or whatever it is that you are feeling that it is, if it comes from spirit, it's coming with a vibration of love and compassion. So if you're having those negative thoughts, that's not it, okay? Because I feel that some of you are asking, how do I decipher? Like, I want to open up, but I'm afraid of ghosts or like negative energy. And it's like, I have to tell you, like, there's nothing to fear when your heart is true and your intentions are true. There's nothing to fear. But that only comes to you with acknowledgement and with experience. So you have to like dip your toe in the water, and then eventually you just have to jump in and take that risk. I feel like this is going to be a very lucrative month for air signs as well. So any kind of like passive income that you have had like coming in is like multiplying. Any kind of non-passive income seems to be really abundant right now. So it's really nice because you kind of have that flow. You're kind of having that external flow. So I'm just going to say congratulations to you on that. I feel that I have to talk to some of you air signs who are going through a kind of a loss or a breakup also. I have to tell you, and I feel like you know it, but this is not a soul connection for you. And this will be a quick, release and a quick move on situation and scenario for you, but you are experiencing that heartache and that heartbreak a little bit now, and so that explains a little bit about, it's a difficult time for you to be present for others. But I have to tell you, the more you force yourself to be present for others, the more gratifying your life is going to be, even though you're grieving. And I know it's kind of like a weird scenario where it's like they should be more present for you in a sense, but it's like I'm getting that opposite message. It's like definitely receive that love from friends, but you will feel like you have come out of a crossroads within this month. And you will feel like you've gotten over that hump of that really initial grief period. or like very shortly into September. So this is not going to be a long depressed period for you, I don't feel, for those of you who are going through a breakup. Thank you so much for viewing this video. Please subscribe, like, comment if any of this resonated with you. Also, I'll put my link to my newsletter below, my blogs. You'll get information about when I'm doing live videos. So definitely keep in touch. And I'd like to share more videos on YouTube coming up. So we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for viewing, and I hope you have a wonderful August. Thank you.